Hello and welcome to all of you. We are very pleased to bring you this webinar series which seeks to empower your full workflow of base plate and anchor design in collaboration with one of our key partners, IDEA Statica. This webinar series will have three chapters, and first one, which is today, we will be focusing on simplifying your structural data exchange process. Then in May, we will introduce the new hill to innovation, Smart Design, which seeks to reduce the number of iterations to find the best suited anchor system. And in June, we will complete this webinar series focusing on baseplate design with CBFM engine as its core. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Kaushal Agarwal and I am the Regional Software Manager here at Hilti Asia Pacific, looking after our structural software solutions where PROFIS Engineering is one of our major solutions for structural connections. So let's get started with first chapter of this series, and I hope you are as excited as we are, as today we will introduce you to one of our latest developments for which we are convinced that it will add a lot of value to your design workflow. Just for the benefit of the participants who might have not been introduced to Hilti before, Hilti was founded in 1941 in Sean Lynch's time. We are a global leader in system solution for construction professionals. We operate in 120 countries and have 34,000 employees worldwide. Our purpose is making construction better, which we want to achieve by being our customer best partner for productivity, safety, and sustainability. We want to create value through leadership, build on differentiation with our drive and investment in innovation, and direct customer relationship, which is our unique model that helps us to make sure that we understand your needs and bring the best of the solutions. With me, I have Stefano from IDEA Statica, who will now introduce himself along with IDEA Statica. Stefano?
Hi everyone, my name is Stefano Kusumali. I'm a product engineer in IDEA Statica APEC. I'm based in Singapore. I'm a structural engineer with about 5 years of experience, mainly designing infrastructure and building projects. So first I'm going to introduce to you all about our company, IDEA Statica. So IDEA Statica develops software for structural engineers. The company headquarters is based in Czech Republic. Our company has several international offices, including in United States and in Singapore. It has a wide network of resellers worldwide, and we also cooperate with leading universities to verify our solutions. Right, so IDEA Statica is a world-leading software for an analysis and design of steel connections and concrete details. With IDEA Statica, engineers can do safe and fast design, code check anything, design any geometry, any loading in minutes, and deliver project without compromises. IDEA Statica software has two main branches, which is a steel application and concrete application. In steel application, you can design connection of any geometry and any loading, do anchoring and footing, frame design, and also many more. And on the right, you can see our concrete application. You can design wall with opening, cross section, beam with discontinuity, and even beam with discontinuity and pre-stressing.
Thanks, Stefano. Now, let me put forward our understanding of the present need of engineers. On a given project, it is common that an engineer uses multiple software across the end-to-end design workflow. Let's look at this with a simplified example. Firstly, to design the overall structure, you would normally use a structural solution of your choice. For more detailed design, such as baseplate and fastening, you would normally use a manufacturer software such as PROFIS Engineering. And the main need here is to make sure there is an accurate data transfer between one software to another software. Lastly, once all the elements have been designed, there is a need to consolidate all these specifications and documentation. It is crucial to make sure that the information handed over is accurate, as this will have an implication on what gets executed on the site. Overall, there is a clear need established to make sure that there is a seamless, accurate data transfer between different softwares in a design workflow. However, today we know that there are some challenges when it comes to transferring data across the design workflow. And how is this done today? For example, the relevant information from one software is exported in an intermediary file. Sometimes these are just Excel sheets. This is then manually input into PROFIS Engineering to do the design of fastening and base plate. Some tend to create the ad hoc scripts that connect with APIs, which may not be up to date because of the continuous software development by the original software developers. Others, for the need to have a seamless flow, hunt for the available integrations. But we hear you, we understand your challenges and the pain points. We have therefore partnered with IDEA Statica to bring you this integration. But before I hand over to Stefano to talk about IDEA Statica Checkbot, I have a question for you. How do you transfer the structural data between different softwares today? And let me launch the poll for your quick reply.
So this is the part that I'm going to talk more in detail in the current webinar, which is our Checkbot application. So in IDEA Statica, we think that integration between software is very important to reduce engineers' workload, reduce data transfer error, and save time. Hence, that's why we developed this application called IDEA Statica Checkbot. So what is IDEA Statica Checkbot? IDEA Statica Checkbot is used to integrate AVA and CAD software into IDEA Statica. You may see on the top left corner here, there are some well-known FES softwares which are integrated with IDEA Statica, such as SEP 2000, ETABS, SpaceGuards, and so on. Then you may see below that there are some well-known CAD software such as Rhino and Revit, which are also integrated with IDEA Statica. But this is a non-exhaustive list. If you would like to see the full list, you may go to our website here on the top right corner, ideastatica.com/bim. So Checkbot acts as a data hub that contains structural design information such as geometry, cross-section, material, forces, load combination, and more. You can export your data to our connection application, for example, then do your connection design there, or you can also share your design with the other parties. Recently in Checkbot, we have added the ability to export to Hilti PROFIS Engineering, which should help you to transfer data between different softwares. So let's see how it works. Right, so I have my StratPro model open. This is a simple canopy model. Let's see how it looks like in extruded view. Right, so this is how our structure looks like in extruded view. Next, we can see the loading that I've put inside the model. There's a dead load. We also have a snow load. In some APAC regions, they do have a snow load. Then we also have some wind compression, wind suction, and also some accidental loads such as car crash and vandalism. On top of that, we also have three load combinations as written here. Right, so next we might want to run the model, but I've run the model previously, so we just need to, go to processing to check the internal forces. Right, so we go here. Let's see the bending ZZ. So this is the bending moment of the beam and the column. Seems correct. Then we can also go to turn on the axial forces of the column, and it seems correct. So once you're satisfied with your model, what you're going to do next is you go to Utilities tab here, then click User Tool. Right. So previously, if you have installed the integration between StatPro and IDEA Statica, you'll see this option IDEA Statica Checkbot here. But you haven't done so, no worries. In the end of this webinar, I will show you briefly how you can integrate your FEA software with IDEA Statica. So now we're just going to click this, and IDEA Statica should open automatically. So once IDEA Statica checkbox is open, you can decide what is your project type. For now I'm going to keep it as still. Then you can also select different design code which you want to use. And for this case, I'll be using a Eurocode. So I select Eurocode and just click Create Project. Right. So the first window that you're going to see is going to be a blank screen. This is because we haven't imported any nodes. We go back to StatPro. Let's remove the internal forces for now. Right. And then I want to select which node that I want to bring over to IDEA Statica Checkbot. Because this is a rather small structure, so I just want to input everything at once. So I'm going to right click, select cursor to geometry cursor so I can select everything. Right. So I select everything. You go back to IDEA Statica Checkbot and you click connection here. Right, so as you can see here, all the geometry and all the internal forces has been imported to IDEA Statica Checkbot. So what you can do, you can actually check the internal forces by going here and change to which load combo or load case you would like to see, and just click draw. So this is the actual forces, right? Then I can also draw my bending moment internal forces here. Right, then I can also change the load combination. Right, so I will turn off the internal forces. And the latest features that we have added into IDEA Statica Checkbot is automatic grouping. So how does it work? You can see the 4 nodes that I've selected here, they all have the same typology. It'll be automatically grouped into one group, as you can see here. Same with the base plate connection on the center here, and also this base plate connection on the outer ends here, which has the same typology. So with this grouping, you just need to design once for the whole group, so that it can save you time. Right, what else you can do? Right, you can go to load, click the load button here. So what it does, it will give you a selection of which load combination or load cases that you would like to include in your connection design. For example, I don't want to include this combination number 1. I can just right click and delete here, so it won't be included. But if you want to include it back, you just need to do drag and drop back into this result classes. And just click save. Right. So once you are satisfied with your checkbot model, I'm going to do the design for this base plate on the corner here by using PROFIS Engineering. So I'm going to select the node which I want to design. I'll go to this PROFIS tab and click this export button.
Thanks, Stefano. Let me take it forward from here. So again, we'll select the node which we want to transfer to Profis, and also the load envelope which we previously made with the help of Stefano. So once both of these are selected, we will click on Profis icon here and export to Profis. As soon as you select here, basically a login window can pop up, which may ask you to fill in your login credentials for an Hilti or Profis Engineering account. But if you are already logged in previously, then it will straight away go ahead like this and give you the status report. And here I can see that the design standard has been successfully imported along with the profile material, the loads, the safety factors, and also the profile type. Now I see a challenge that my video is hindering me to click on continue button. So let me just turn off my video here and please bear with me for the moment. So let me click on continue, and as soon as I click on continue, you can see that the design name has been given, which is connection number one, in accordance with the node number. And also it lets me select whether I want to save it in my project or a company project. The design method I can select again from here. So because I'm designing it for Singapore, I will continue to use the EC2 part 4. Units I can change here, and then I can click on the save button. I will let it load up. And here we can see that the first thing which we should notice here is the loads. So you can see that the three load combinations which were part of the load envelope are transferred here. And please also notice that the Profis global axis is in accordance with the Z is up, and while in the case of StatPro, it is Y, which is up. So the sign conventions has to be modified, which has been modified accordingly, and now it is in accordance with Profis Engineering. So this happens automatically. Now I will correct basically few things here for producing a workable design. But apart from this, which we also notice here is the profile. We can see that the profile type and as well as the profile size has been successfully transferred, and also the material. So let me choose very quickly the concrete grade that I want to select, and also the depth of the concrete that I want to have here. And then you can see that I'm still not passing the design. For that, I might need to increase the spacing of my anchor. So let me do that very quickly here. And I'm still not passing the design. So let me look at the anchor that I have here. So let me choose the latest stud anchor for us is HST4. And let me choose the size. Let me try with M20 size. Yeah, I can see the connection is passing. I can try with M16, it is still passing. I can try with M12, where it is also passing the design. I can try that if I reduce the spacing further, if I'm still passing the design criteria, and I can still see that the design is successfully passing the checks. So this tells me that there is an option to reduce or further reduce the base plate size itself. And there might be other design which might be more efficient than this one. We might do more iterations to produce that more efficient design, or I should say more highly value engineered design. But here comes the Hilti latest innovation, the smart design here, which gives you the suggestions by doing the automated iterations, but more about this solution in this next chapter of this webinar series. But just letting you know, the feature is available for you to use. Now from here, I can just simply select the create report button to create my report, and look at the specification text and copy it in my design standards, and I can save and generate my design report. One of the other noticeable feature of Checkbot integration is the fact that of revision management and handling. So what you can see here, the node number was 1, and hence the connection number has also named as 1, which means that in future, if there is a change in the loads in the stat profile, and then you update the checkbot file accordingly, but the node number remains intact, then if you come here and update the loads once more, this file will just gets updated. Rather than creating a new file, this file will keep on updating with the new loads. So all the changes, all the design changes that we have just done regarding the spacing, regarding the anchor selection and the anchor type, all will remain intact, but only the load will change. So this is our, you can say, one of the great feature of being part of the checkbot integration. And from here, I would like to hand over to Stefano to show you a bigger model.
Right. So you might think that the example that we have just shown you is too simple. It's just a canopy type of structure. But what if I have larger structures such as the one I'm showing you here? Is a 7-story steel building. Can I still bring it over to Checkbot? Right, the answer is yes. So currently I have ETABS shown in the screen. For ETABS, right, once you do the integration process with IDEA Statica, what you want to do is you go into Tools and you'll see your plugins over there. So you just need to click this one and just yes, and it says successfully, and click OK. Then as usual, Checkbot will come out automatically. Right, so now Checkbot come out already. Now as usual, you just need to select your project type and your design code. I want to keep it as Eurocode and just click Create Project. Right, so now as usual, we are going back to ETABS, and then we need to select which nodes that we want to bring over to IDEA Statica Checkbot. But to save time in this webinar, I don't want to bring whole structures to a Checkbot, but instead I only want to select the nodes that I want to design. For example, I want to take this one. Let me turn off the extruded view so you can see more clearly. Say I want to do this tree bay here, right? And yeah, maybe something like that. So you can actually select which joints that you would like to design. Let's say I have these 12 numbers of joints that I want to design. I just select them, go back to a checkbot and click connections. Right, so as you can see as before, we have all our geometry. We also have all our load cases and all our load combination as shown here. Yeah, just to show as previously, we can turn on our bending moments, can turn on our axial load as well. Yeah, and as usual, if you want to design a joint, you just select that and can go into application, or you can go into PROFIS as before. But I will not be showing that part because we have covered that previously.
Sorry for the interruption, but I would really like to understand that how this checkbot workflow that we just show will be useful for you. So let me launch a poll.
So we have received several questions. One of them is how to get started with IDEA Statica Checkbot. Right. So what you want to do is first go to our website ideastatica.com, and on this top ribbon you also see that we are offering a 14 days free trial. So if you are interested to try out our solution, you are welcome to do so. You want to get started with Checkbot. What you want to do, you click this button here. They bring you into a login page, but since you haven't got an account, you just need to click this one, create your IDEA Statica account, and then just complete the registration part. Next, after you register a free account, what you want to do is you go to download page here, ideastatica.com/product download. Scroll down and you can see that this is the current version, the latest version that we have. You just need to click download and just install it normally as you would. Right, so going back to my slide, just a recap. So what you want to do, you want to go to our website, then click this button, complete the registration by clicking this one, and then downloading our software and installing in your machine. And then at the end of the installation, this screen will pop up. This screen will help you integrate your FEA or CAD software with IDEA Statica. So you just choose which softwares that you have and you want to integrate. You just need to click install button here. But let's say you have installed IDEA Statica before, then how do you go through the same process? You just need to open IDEA Statica, click on BIM here, then click activate your BIM link. If you have a problem in the integration process, What you can do is you can go to our website again, but go to ideastatica.com/beam. Here you can scroll down. We have a list of FEA and CAD software that we supported. So let's say you wanna integrate with ETABS, you just click the ETABS button. We have a lot of tutorials showing how to do it and how to use the Beamlink itself.
And if you're new to PROFIS Engineering, you just simply need to go to your browser window and simply type in profisengineering.hilti.com, just like what you can see here. And it will ask you to register and sign in. So you can get started now by registering. It's a simple registration, and then you can go ahead and using the PROFIS Engineering trial version. For me, I'll just log in here real quick. Now, once I'm logged in here, you can see that in the What's New section, we have included information regarding Checkbot. And here you can click on the Learn More button, which will take you to an article. And in this article, we have covered the step-by-step information that how do you set up the account with IDEA Statica, how will you do the installation, what are the important steps that you need to ensure during the installation procedure itself. Almost a similar set of information which Stefano just showed it to you. And now is the time that I summarize all the discussions that we have done till now in this webinar. So let me push down to my slide deck again. Here we go. And so what we can see is that with the help of the checkbot, we can really automate the data transfer and eliminate the total process of re-entering the same data manually. Apart from that, we also saw that how we can handle revision better. So all the design updates that we might have during the life cycle of the project in the design phase, basically we can handle those changes effectively. And as a result, we can have a faster project delivery because we are reducing the reworking time, the re-entry time. We are also making sure that the revision handling is done better. So definitely a faster project delivery is on the order. In here, uh, the next thing that I want to talk about is the next set of webinars in this series. So in May, basically we will gonna talk about the smart design, the newest innovation where we'll be able to automate the iteration process itself. We touched upon very briefly in this webinar, but the full details will be revealed on the 15th of May 2025. And on June, we will conclude this webinar series with the help of component-based finite element analysis within PROFIS Engineering for you to be able to design the full base plate and all its components within PROFIS Engineering itself. We are including the links for registration for both of these webinars for you to click and directly land upon the registration pages so that you don't have to search and yourself. Apart from this, before we jump on to the question and answer session, I have a third and the final poll for this webinar. So we really like to know if you want us to contact you for implementing this solution in your workflow. We are ready to have a one-to-one conversation with your team, maybe physically available on your design offices or digitally, but let us know by answering this poll.